downtown in a tall building with leather chairs. He listened to my story and took notes on a yellow pad. He said we could argue extreme circumstances, but warned me the principal had political connections. He started talking about plea deals and reduced charges. I wasn't ready to hear about accepting guilt for trying to save my daughter.
I can't
But he
even
said
say
fighting it could make
neon.
things worse for
Damn.
Lila's case. We scheduled another meeting
Come
for next
on,
week to
you
review
need
options.
something,
Meanwhile,
please.
Lila had her first appointment with therapist
I am a
Samara Green.
child. I'm
I drove her there and waited in the car
sorry.
while she went inside.
Mouse,
The session was mostly
mousey.
paperwork and safety assessment according to what Lila told me after. But Samara taught her some breathing exercises for panic attacks. She showed Lila how to ground herself when the fear got too strong. It was the first time I'd seen Lila look slightly less scared since everything happened. She had another appointment scheduled for 3 days later. The therapy office was quiet and had soft lighting that seemed to help. Lila said Samara was nice and didn't push her to talk about things she wasn't ready for. We stopped for ice cream on the way home, even though neither of us really wanted it, but it felt like something normal people would do. The house felt too quiet when we got back. I kept checking the locks even though I'd already checked them twice. 3 days passed before a man named Cullen Burgess called from the district office. He said he was the Title IX coordinator and needed to discuss the alleged incident at the school. The way he kept saying alleged and reported made my stomach turn. I asked what they were doing to keep Lila safe right now. He told me everything had to follow proper process and they couldn't rush to judgment. I hung up harder than I meant to. The next morning, the school sent certified letters saying the three boys couldn't contact or come near Lila. But that same afternoon, Lila's phone buzzed with an Instagram message from a fake account. "You ruined everything," was all it said. But we both knew who sent it. I took screenshots of everything, including the account details and timestamp. Lila's hands shook for the rest of the day, even after I forwarded everything to Detective Norris. She called back 2 hours later with the first good news we'd gotten. The school had security cameras in the hallway near that bathroom, and she'd gotten the footage. You could see all three boys going into the bathroom area, right when Lila's text to me started. The timestamp showed this was happening while the principal was still at her desk eating lunch. This proved she could have helped, but chose not to. Detective Norris also got all the phone records from that day. Every single text Lila sent me was there with exact times. My call to the school at 12:47 was logged. The secretary's call to security about property damage came at 1:03, but she never mentioned anything about a student being attacked. Each piece of evidence made our timeline stronger. The detective said this pattern of documentation would help our case. Then the SANE nurse's report came in, and I had to run to the bathroom to throw up. The clinical words describing what happened to my daughter were worse than any nightmare.
No Wi-Fi, do not break on me now. Do not break on me. Why do I have two mouse? No. Wait. The Sigma? 2, 3, 4. Oh.
But Detective Norris said this medical evidence moved everything forward in a big way.
Oh.
I tried signing up to speak at the next school board meeting, but the woman on the phone said I couldn't talk about specific student matters in public comment. I started writing remarks about general safety protocols instead. I had to stay calm and strategic, even though I wanted to scream about what they'd done.
He's
A reporter from the
adorable.
local paper
I'm putting
emailed,
him as
asking
my
if we wanted to tell our
profile.
side after seeing the viral video. I wrote back saying no, but gave them Detective Norris's contact information. Maybe media pressure would make the district actually do something.
Come here.
Detective Norris called again with more
Let's
news.
take a picture.
The custodian who cleaned that bathroom area had come to her quietly. He'd seen those three boys hanging around that morning and noticed they had keys they shouldn't have. He was scared to say anything publicly, but agreed to give a sworn statement about what he saw. Then Dimitri called with bad news. The principal had filed for a restraining